Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it's Saturday, and we know what that means. It's time for weekly purchases, where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, the UPS guy, the USPS guy, and a whole lot more, and of course that old outlaw, that old cagey outlaw Waylon Jennings. It is weekly purchases, and we also take a look at some toy news this week, and some stuff I think you guys will enjoy that definitely I enjoy and that caught my eye. And it is weekly purchases when we wrap it all up. And it's a special edition of weekly purchases. I'm filming this a little bit early because guess what? Today is my birthday. Yes, it is my birthday. You can congratulate me later. Yeah, I did it. I survived another year. Good for me. But anyways, the birthday edition of weekly purchases. If I do get anything for my birthday, it'll be in next week's weekly purchases because haven't got any presents yet. Fingers crossed something good comes through. We'll see what happens. But next week, stay tuned for that next week. More to come. More to come. But we always kick it off with what happened on the channel this week, and a lot happened on the channel, as most weeks, of course. We did some Mortal Kombat unboxings. We're piecing our way through those. We did Baraka this week. I believe it was the Bloody Variant Edition. We unboxed the Ultimate Editions, Ric Flair and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Pretty solid pickups there. I think I like the Flair a lot more than the Austin. Some pros and cons with those, but check out those videos if you did miss those for sure. We did the top 5 Ted DiBiase figures, the $1 Million Man, the new channel video we have every single Thursday, Kyle Peterson's top 5, where I go through my entire collection and give you my personal top 5 favorite of that superstar, character, superhero, whatever you want to call it, whatever we're doing each week. So make sure you check those out. A lot of fun on those videos. We also did the Classic Superstars Deep Dive video. Every Tuesday, we did the final 3-pack. That was the last series, the ringside exclusive Nasty Boys Legion of Doom 3-packs. We do have one more 3-pack to do. We'll probably do that next week. It'll be a quick video for weekly purchases. And then we'll see where we go from there. We might do a box set one, and then we're going to get into the next one. Currently, look through my community tab on my YouTube. There is a poll, what you guys want to see. I believe the 1 of 100s are winning out right now over the Deluxe Classic. We'll do them all eventually, but you guys dictate where we go next. So check out that. Vote if you have not. What else we got this week? We did our daily Star Wars videos, of course. The Guinness Book of World Records people are keeping close eye on those Star Wars videos. I've been doing a Star Wars video every single day this year. Haven't missed one. Gonna do it the whole year. And when we are done, the people of Guinness Book are going to give me a world record. That's what's going to happen. We're going to get it. We'll do a live video on it as I receive the Guinness Book of World Records. So stay tuned for that. I will not miss a video, that's for sure. There's actually going to be 2 weekly purchases. A little breaking news here. There's going to be 2 weekly purchases this week. Tomorrow, maybe Monday, Sunday or Monday. We'll see where it goes. But as you guys know, it was Amazon Prime Day. 2 days. It's a 2-day event now. Amazon Prime Day. I bought a ton of stuff. There was a lot of deals. I was throwing a lot of deals up on my social media, so make sure you're following me at Twitter at SirPaul64, Instagram _Kyle_Peterson, and of course subscribe to the YouTube. Make my birthday dreams come true. Subscribe to the YouTube. But a lot of Prime deal days out there, and I took full advantage on a lot of things. I even bought some stuff. I was kind of scratching my head, why did I buy this? But I got a ton of stuff in a huge box. Let's do an Amazon Prime Day special weekly purchases. We'll try to do it on Sunday. Just be an extra little bonus weekly purchases video. Just see what Kyle picked up. As you guys know, we always say, got to get a deal out there. And that's what I feel I did with Amazon Prime Day. So stay tuned for that as well. Also, Sunday or Monday, one of those 2 days, we're going to unveil that new toy room. I've been threatening it a while. I've shown pictures on my social media, as you guys have seen. Got a new toy room I've been building, putting together. We're going to have that video. It'll be a quicker video, 10 minutes or so. We'll walk through step by step of what I did for that toy room. So make sure you watch that one. That's going to be a really fun video out there. I know you guys love toy rooms and the start of toy rooms. And I got one done. It just needs to get filled up. So I got a lot of work to do there, as you guys know how that goes. So be prepared. So lots of good videos on the channel as usual. We'll see what we're going to do this week. Not a ton of brand new to the store items. As we've said, it's kind of slow. The figure hunting video this week was on the channel as well. I didn't even think I was going to do a figure hunting video, but then new Star Wars figures started to hit, so I said I better get out after it. And I did pick up a few things, and if you saw that video, you saw me find something in the true wild. So if you missed that video, go watch that first. It'll all be explained, though, at the end of weekly purchases, so be ready for that. Breaking in, you know, I had a thought while I was finishing up weekly purchases. I said, you know what? It's my birthday week. I want to share the love, and that's exactly what I'm going to do this week. We're going to do a giveaway. We do a lot of giveaways on the channel, as you guys know. Elite Series 84, Jeff Hardy, Chase Edition. So this is the Chase Jeff Hardy. I'm going to give this away to one of you guys. All you got to do is find me on Twitter at SirPaul64. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Find this post. I will post the Twitter giveaway for Jeff Hardy here. Make sure you're following me on Twitter and you retweet, easy for me to say, you retweet the post, and I will pull a name out of the hat at the end of the week, and I will announce the winner on Weekly Purchases next week. And you're going to have to watch Weekly Purchases in order to get this, to know if you won. I'm not going to say it out there. So find me on Twitter, SirPaul64. Make sure you're subscribed. Retweet my post about this, and then make sure you're watching next Saturday on Weekly Purchase to see if you are a winner of Elite 84 Jeff Hardy Chase Edition. We also did a surprise leak video. The word got out there. I thought I'd do a quick news video, and we did that on Friday morning. Elite Series 90 and 91 was leaked, so go check that video out. But Elite 90, we got Mia Yim, Randy Orton, Ali, Jey Uso, Bronson Reed, and the big boss man in chase gear. Not sure what boss man. It sounds like it'll probably be SWAT team boss man, but how do you make two different versions of those? I know there's some photos going around of him in gray instead of the black. Maybe that's what it'll end up being, but that's Elite 90. Then you get to Elite 91, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Bianca Belair, Austin Theory, Hulk Hogan, which I'm guessing is going to be Mania-related Hulk Hogan, I would think. I talk about that a little bit in the video, so go check that out, of my reasons why I believe it'll be Mania Hogan. And then you got RVD, his return to the Elite lineup. Perfect, giving him the chase. He's got so many outfits. Hopefully we get a really cool second outfit. We need a lot of RVDs out there, and I hope we'll see a lot of RVDs in the future. But that Elite 90 and Elite 91 from Mattel leaked out there online. I know the company probably hates those leaks, but they're inevitable. And it's kind of like sports. You just can't not report the sports score. You can't ignore it. It's out there. So figured we'd talk about it, and I'd give you my opinion, as a lot of people do ask my opinion on those things. So there you go. A lot of other news this week, kind of all over the map this week. We saw Saturday, as Weekly Purchases was going live on YouTube, or whatever you want to call it, Batman 66. Todd McFarlane had a couple-day fest of Todd McFarlane toy items, and he promoted the Batman 66 lineup, which is very intriguing to me. I've said it before, that was my Batman as a kid. I absolutely loved Adam West, Burt Ward, Batman. And it's really cool that the whole collection can be yours under $100. It just seems in this day and age, that's amazing that you're going to be able to get Robin, Batman, the Joker figures. You can get the Batmobile and the Batcave playset all under $100. How cool is that? I'm all in on that. It'll be interesting how they sell, as sometimes those things have went to clearance in the past. We saw Mattel's Batman 66, but I'm excited about this one. I think I'm all in. I like the idea. It's its own little world set. I'm sure we'll probably get Riddler, Penguin, King Tut, and all the other ones eventually, maybe, but they seem to be a cheaper price point. I don't think they have quite the Todd McFarlane articulation, but I'm okay with that as well. Just $100 for the whole playset just seems like a great deal. So I'm in. Sign me up on that. I can't wait to see that. Keeping with McFarlane, Mortal Kombat 11 figures. We've been unboxing a lot of them on the channel. We unboxed the teal-colored Spawn last week. Well, Spawn's returning to the Mortal Kombat lineup, and we got a new Mortal Kombat Spawn. Just unbelievable. I said it in that review as well. Spawn has more Mortal Kombat figures than the Mortal Kombat guys you think of. The Liu Kangs, the Scorpions, the Sub-Zeros. I mean, how many Spawns are in this? And it sounds like somebody in the comments last week said there's something like 40 different outfits for Spawn in Mortal Kombat 11. Will we get all 40? We'll see what happens, but I'm in this far. I got to continue. At least this one feels different. It's not a repaint of the other ones, so there is some pluses here with that Spawn one. But then speaking of Spawn figures, McFarlane all in, and you guys that we've talked about on the channel, I was a kid in the 90s, the mid-90s, when Spawn was in its heyday, and the figures were everywhere. It's the start, I always call it the start of the mania we're in right now, with the advanced technologies that McFarlane brought to the table, the chases, the repaints, all that. For better or worse, we owe that to Todd McFarlane, in my opinion. But he promoted his new Spawn figures. We got that Cowboy Spawn coming out. We got the Clown. A little mix of Clown 1, Clown 2, if you guys know the old Spawn figures. We're getting the Redeemer, of course. I think it was Raven Spawn. And then the one I'm the most excited for, the big deluxe one. You guys know I'm a sucker for a big figure. You know that. They always steal my heart and they never let go. Violator. This looks amazing. It's a $40 price point, expensive figure. You can get it at Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below, as we always say. Pick it up there. Support the channel. Just go through my link and buy it, and bam, there you go. But I'm excited about that Violator. I'm not sure if I'll get all of them, but Violator's a must-have for me. I just love a big figure. I loved Violator back in the day. This sculpt, this figure looks immense. It looks crazy. I gotta get it. I'm gonna get it. So you got that. So that's a little bit of the McFarlane this week. Busy week for McFarlane. But then NECA coming out swinging once again. We unboxed Frankenstein on the channel last week. Hopefully you guys caught that. I've been really anticipating that NECA Frankenstein, and it did not disappoint. Amazing, solid figure there. But NECA, the next one out, the Wolfman. Old Lon Chaney edition. Lon Chaney Jr. to be specific there. I grew up watching that Wolfman. I'm not that old, but the reruns and late night movies, those were shown a lot. My dad's a huge fan, as I mentioned before, so I'm all in on the Wolfman. I think it's really cool that you can make Lon Chaney Jr. or the actual Wolfman. A bit of a 2-in-1, so I think I'm going to have to pick up 2 of these. I don't know about Lon Chaney. It looks just a little bit off. It's not quite as good as Boris Karloff with the Frankenstein, the look on the face. But, you know, sometimes you got to see it in hand and maybe it looks a little bit better. But I was very surprised that they're doing the Lon Chaney version. I'm sure if you guys know Lon Chaney Jr., his dad was an actor. He ended his life, you know, the bottle got him down. Some might say he drank himself to death at the end. So I'm sure his estate, they'll pretty much sign their rights for anything, I'm guessing. Because I think he died basically broke for his family. So I'm sure he's trying to get... His family, obviously, is trying to get some money out of them, and they should. I mean, he's a very iconic actor, especially in the Universal Monsters scene. So definitely picking that one up. I'm not passing that up at all. Then we jump over to NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Movie finally come. This has been the longest waiting announcement. We knew this was coming. I don't know if we just weren't mentally prepared, or some of us out there I don't think wanted this, but we're getting Oroko Saki and Hamato Yoshi. The 2-pack. So it's basically Shredder before times and stuff, before he got turned into Shredder. And we're getting the little rat there in the cage as well. Not sure where I'm going to display this, not sure how I'm going to display this, but us turtle aficionados out there that are trying to be completists with the line are going to have to pick this one up. But it's coming, I believe, later this summer, and it is a Walmart exclusive like most of those movie turtles are. So be ready for that one out there. The Marvel Legends team, you guys know they have a weekly announcement right at the end, right before I'm filming, they came through. Loki, from the new Loki series on Disney+. I'm an episode behind on that one, so I'll try to catch up over the weekend. But Sylvie, I think she was the female Loki is what we thought. That was the kind of cliffhanger from one of the episodes, maybe. We'll see how that story unfolds, but we know it. They're going to release characters from all these Disney Plus series. There's no way around it. Money's to be made. They're going to do it. That's just the way it is. It is a business. So we got some Loki figures coming for the Marvel Legends line. We'll see if it's going to be a Target exclusive. I didn't really see anything besides coming later this fall. So be prepared for that. Marvel Legends, it sounds like July, which is next week basically. July is going to be a wallet-busting month for the Marvel Legends team. They keep saying that it's going to be a ton of pre-orders, ton of announcements. I know you guys are probably in the same boat as me. I have so many things pre-ordered from so many places, I can't even keep track. I know somebody out there posted one time that they keep an Excel spreadsheet. I need to start doing that. I might look into that one of these days. I think I have over 100 items on pre-order currently, so I'm out of control. Out of control. And then wrestling, Zombie Sailor, his pre-orders went up for his Heel and Faces figures. I picked up my set as well. Hopefully you guys did too. There's a lot of retro-style figures coming, and Cella Toys, another one we've talked about. Well, they announced this week Giant Haystacks. You guys know I love a big figure. Very UK-centric. Cella Toys is UK, if I remember correctly. Giant Haystacks is kind of the UK version of Andre the Giant in a kind of a roundabout way, maybe. So that's a popular one for a lot of UK fans out there. Obviously a name I know as well. And a lot of people thinking it's Haystacks Calhoun. It's actually Giant Haystacks, a different character. But that'll be cool to get. You guys know I love a big figure. And we know Cella Toys is making elite scale figures as well. It'd be really cool if we get a Giant Haystacks elite style figure as well. So I got to think that will be coming sooner than later. Sign me up for that one all day long. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the retro world. And then in the video I did on the 90-91 leaks, we also talked about AEW. There was a little back and forth that got released with Jeremy. It sounds like we're going to get retro style figures in the AEW line as well. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not sure how I feel about the LJNs. I'm not sure how I feel about the retros coming out in those lines. I'd like it much better if they were part of a subline. Maybe that's just me. We'll see how those go. And I know a lot of people clamor for retros. I think we've talked about this on the channel. There's a lot of people, we want retros, we want retros. Do you really? Do you really want them? Are you supporting all these places that are trying to give you retros? That's the key. People vote with their wallet. A lot of people say, oh yeah, I want all that, I want this, I want that. But then when it comes time to spend the money, they don't. So it'll be very interesting how all these go, how Mattel's retros go. As we all know, there's just tons of retro overload at this point. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do. I don't really have room for mint on card. I got room for more loose ones, but how deep do I want to go? Do I want to go to all these sublines? It's just a crazy time, and it's one of the most confusing times for me as a collector. I haven't been this confused in a long time of where I want to go. Do I want to be a completist? Do I want to dabble? Do I want to be all in? Do I want to be all out? I'm not sure, but you guys can tell me in the comments your thoughts. I mean, are you as confused as I am with what to do with these retros? Are you just going to continue getting Mattels? Are you going to get Zombie? Are you going to get the Cella Toys? Are you going to get the AEW? It's just a lot. It just seems like it's overkill at this point. But more the better. You know, I love to have choices out there, and we all want choices. And maybe it's pick and choose time. I don't know. So much more to come on that. But that looks like it's about it for news this week. It is. It's a slow birthday week news for me, so that's all right. I'm not complaining. Album of the week, though, 40th anniversary, No Sleep Till Hammersmith this week. Motorhead's #1 album from 40 years ago, getting the deluxe box set treatment. I should have had it in the mail today, but I got a delay notice this morning. Apparently it's coming tomorrow, so I guess we'll have that in weekly purchases as well. But I might even do an unboxing video of that Motorhead box set. I can't wait to see what's in there. I really love these deluxe box sets, and if you guys saw this week, Metallica The Black Album was announced coming this fall as a deluxe. 14 discs, like 14 discs, 4 DVDs, and like 10 vinyl record box set. I mean, it's huge. It's a $300 and some box set, but those are always very solid. I love these deluxe box sets, these anniversary box sets with the live shows, demos, and all that. Album of the week, No Sleep Till Hammersmith, one of Motorhead's greatest live albums of all time. Personally, not my favorite, but that is their most known live album. That was coming off the power of the Ace of Spades album. And it was their #1, their only #1 album of all time, which shocks a lot of people because they think maybe Ace of Spades was, but it was the next one, the live show. So very cool. I can't wait to get that. More to come next week in weekly purchases. But now we got to get to this week's weekly purchases. And this very well could be the most expensive week I've ever had on weekly purchases. Can you believe that? We've had a lot of big weeks out there. Maybe not sure volume of items, but expense of items. It all came to a head this week. And I'm going to show you all about it right now. All right, everyone, let's get down to weekly purchases. And I got 2 big purchases this week, among a few other things. But I figured, hey, why don't we start with one really big one? Then we'll do the in-between stuff, and then we'll cap it with the big one, the biggest one. We'll cap it right there. But it's very strange, very funny, very ironic. A year ago today on my birthday, I won a raffle, an online Facebook raffle. The only time I've ever done a raffle, which is crazy. There's tons of groups out there that raffle stuff off. I'm not a gambler by trade, but it was my birthday, and I think it was $10 entry fee. I did 2 entrances a year ago. And what it was the LJN. You guys probably remember we talked about it on weekly purchases if you've been with the channel for the last year. But we talked about it. I won an LJN Sergeant Slaughter, the Hasbro LJN version. You guys know, very iconic figure. I won that one. And then randomly spins #2. I won that one as well. What are the odds of that, especially on my birthday? Somebody was watching out for me. So for $10, I got that LJN version Sergeant Slaughter. And I got Bobby the Brain Heenan mint on card LJN that was also autographed. So very cool, certified by JSA, all that kind of fun stuff. So we're at the year anniversary of that huge win. I didn't think I was ever going to complete that LJN set because that Slaughter is a very pricey piece, and I just didn't want to spend all that money on it. But to get it for $10 included with this, sign me up all day long. That's what happened. But I got this Bobby the Brain Heenan, like I said, a year ago. And you're saying, why are you showing me a purchase from a year ago? Well, 1 year to the day, here's what comes through the door this week. And we're talking Bobby the Brain Heenan, autographed Weasel suit, Jakks Classic Superstar, 1 of 100. So there it is, a grail piece to many, the Weasel suit. I remember when this first came out, how upset I was that it was a 1 of 100 because I wanted the Weasel suit Heenan so bad in Jakks Classic Superstars, a 2-pack with Warrior, whatever they could have done to get me this, and they did it as a 1 of 100. Well, All these years later, we see it right now, probably warming your Target shelf pegs right now. We have the Bobby Heenan Mattel version of this. I still think this version is better. The suit, the Weasel suit on this one is a little bit better than Mattel ones from everything I've seen over the years and comparing and contrasting. But I had to get this, and this came up at a heck of a deal, and I swooped in and picked it up. You guys know me, gotta get a deal. That's the motto of the channel. Always be hunting, always be looking, always playing that long game if you have to. One thing I do know, and maybe one of you guys can help me out there, I need another Jakks Classic Superstars Defender case. I need one for my Giant Gonzalez 1 of 500. So if anybody has a lead on a Jakks Classic Superstars case that fits perfectly for it, send me a message, Twitter at SirPaul64, Instagram _Peterson, or hit me up on here. But trying to get a Class Superstars case for that Giant Gonzalez. I need to protect these things, protect these investments. So there you go. And then, of course, if I'm getting that one, I said, you know what? I need a mint on card version of this to go along with that Bobby Heenan. Just the yin and yang. I should have probably brought them together here. There they are. So you got them together. A little comparison shot here. Very cool. I just feel so bad about this Bobby Heenan, how many extra Bobby Heenans are out there and everything. And a lot of you guys maybe know or don't know. I mean, it's the Tito Santana effect. Hulk Hogan got pulled from that Hall of Fame line at Target way back in the day. They put more Tito Santanas in. And from the sounds of things is, Sting, we all know, got pulled from this set originally. They put more Bobby Heenans in. And that's why he's got that stigma. He's got that Tito Santana stigma, unfortunately. But I still think this is a solid enough figure. This isn't for everybody for sure, but this very easily can. And Bobby Heenan's so iconic. My favorite manager of all time. I grew up with Bobby Heenan like probably a lot of you guys did. Just a special place in all of our hearts. Some might say he stole our heart and never let go, and I can definitely say that on my end. So there you go. I got those Bobby Heenan in the Weasel suit as a big time pickup this week. And only fitting. It's my birthday. I have to treat myself. Treat myself on my birthday. It was quite the week. It was a hard week this week. But there you go. Got to get a deal. Target.com. I want to say Monday this happened. I've been talking about it in my fig hunts for months. Jurassic Park figures. We got Jeff Goldblum. We got Samuel L. Jackson. We got them together in Jurassic Park. And we made action figures. I picked them up this week. Target had these $9.99 each with free shipping. Sign me up all day long. I don't really know anything about Jurassic Park. I know it's a dinosaur movie. I did see it way back in the day when I was like 12 years old when Jurassic Park came out. I think I've seen clips of the other ones, but never really seen the movies. But I love a good action figure, and these things can smoke and mirrors between my G.I. Joe display or maybe my Marvel Legends display. This could be could be a Cobra Scientist in my display. And Jeff Goldblum, he fits everything. He could just be anywhere. You know, he's a man of mystery. He could be in any display. He could be a guy in a wrestling crowd. He could be a guy walking down the street in a Marvel Legends display. He could be getting murdered by Destro in a G.I. Joe display. There's nothing Jeff Goldblum can't do. But for $20 for both of these, and I'd been saying it in my figure hunting videos, I'm playing the long game on those. I'm playing the long games. Never did I know the long game would come so fast, as these things have only been really on the market a month maybe in my stores. Maybe yours are different. But a month later, not selling. There you go. See you later. See you later. But I think I'll unbox both of those on the channel just to see what they are. See how they compare to a G.I. Joe or a Marvel Legend or what they got going. What's their story? I'll find that out for all of us. Forgot to show this last week when I got that $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Cheap plug, $1 Million Man top 5 on the channel this week. So make sure you check out those videos. We're going to go deep. And we've talked about that. These are my personal top 5s. I know there's other top 5 lists out there. The Fig Cave podcast does a great one every single week as well, so check that one out. And you can go to Wrestling Figure Database, and you can look at all these different figures out there of every variety, and all these Macho Mans or Hulk Hogan's or whoever you want to look at. You can see the whole history. But I know a lot of top 5 lists sometimes are skewed, and I think that's not to plug myself or toot my own horn too much, but obviously I've been collecting a long time. I have a long history with many different figures out there. So when I do a top 5 of Ted DiBiase, we go back to LJN all the way up to current days, and sometimes even before for some characters. So I do have experience of these figures, playing with them, collecting them for many years, and nothing against somebody that's brand new collecting that just got into Mattel and their top 5 favorites are all Mattel figures, because at the end of the day, nobody can say my list is wrong or their list is wrong. But I can tell you mine will have a pretty deep cut of all around the whole career and the whole wrestling figure career of a figure and other figures out there. So Just thought I'd mention that. I don't know how I got on it, but this came with that Ted DiBiase Jakks Deluxe Classic Superstars figure last week. I forgot to show that. That was one thing that was really cool about the Deluxe Classic figures. They came with ring skirts for your Jakks ring. Always thought that was a really cool feature, a little gift with your figure. And we're going to be reviewing those on the channel. Those are some sleeper figures, those Jakks Deluxe Classic figures, and we'll be getting to review those on the channel very soon, going set by set. Star Wars this week. This is what brought me out of my week-long figure hunting vacation. These started to show up everywhere, or not everywhere, but online. I said, oh, they're showing up in the Midwest. I better get out after it. You guys saw I was in 2 stores, and I was just moments too late. I just barely missed it. But I did come across old General Lando Calrissian, so I got that one. And then, of course, Tech from the Bad Batch. I was surprised he was left, but I still got the rest of the set. There's, what, 4 more I think I need to pick up there. I'll get them eventually. We always do, but you guys know it's always so fun to just get the hunt over immediately and be done. Hopefully this week's hunt, I can find that, because as of right now, I think that's the only thing out in the stores I'm really hunting is the rest of that Star Wars line, and then the new Battle Cat Revelations showing up at some Target stores. So hopefully I can find Battle Cat this week, as well as I did get Skelegod, what, 2 weeks ago, was it? I think something like that. So there you go. Got a few Star Wars figures in my local toy store here. You guys saw that in my figure hunting video. Ketwall, I picked him up for like $4.99, and then I get home and I already had him. I need to not buy any more Star Wars figures unless I have a list with me. See you later, because I already had that one. I don't need 2 Ketwalls in my collection. I did get a Death Star hallway. I've been buying a lot of these cardboard kind of diorama scene sets. It's for my 3 3/4 Star Wars collection, but it's a Death Star hallway. There's a guy on eBay, Cardboard Galaxy, I want to say it's called. You can look it up and try to search it out there, but you can buy different little background dioramas you can have for a little setup, and that's what I've been picking up, a few of these Star Wars things, as you guys have seen over the last few months. I got a really big one coming for the Millennium Falcon very soon, so be prepared for that in a future weekly purchases video. And then we got some of these more modern day Star Wars figures that I didn't get from The Force Awakens. What's this guy's name? Hasek Thug Brute Hasek. I don't remember this. I need to watch those last 3 movies again. I think I saw them in the theater once. I don't know if I watched them since, but sign me up on a werewolf all day long. A werewolf guy that checks so many boxes. So many boxes. See you later. I got him. This guy, the old Inquisitor, the Jedi Inquisitor, very cool, from Star Wars Rebels Season 1, if you remember that. So very cool to get that. See you later. Oh, we got Constable Zuvio, one of the greatest Black Series peg warmers of all time. Now he's added over to the Force Awakens line as well. So the old Constable. See you later. Oh, and then we go out with a bang. We go out with one of the greats of all time, one of the must-have Star Wars characters of all time, old Neon Numb. One of the greatest pilots. I still say to this day, without him in Return of the Jedi, the good guys would have never won. He's just the next level. Where is he in the 6-inch Black Series? That's what I want to know. See you later, Neon. I want you bad. I want him bad. One of my all-time favorites. How about a little Lucy game? You guys know I've been on the hunt for this one for a while. It's the Ring Kenny Omega figure from the AEW Jazzwares line, of course. This came with the Ringside Collectibles exclusive ring. I do have that ring boxed away, but I felt like I don't want to put that ring together quite yet. And now we have the Aubrey Edwards ring coming out. That is up for sale on ringsidecollectibles.com. Use discount code Kyle, save 10%. That is up right now. I did pre-order that, of course. I'll probably open that ring with the Aubrey Edwards. So I said, I don't really need to open up this Kenny Omega ring. So I said, I'm going to buy a loose one. I finally found one at a decent enough deal. So I got the Kenny Omega. It's part of the loose set. He came through this week. Jakks Deluxe Classic Superstars TNA. Jakks Deluxe, no, not Jakks Deluxe Classic Superstars. Deluxe Impact. Jakks Deluxe Impact figures. Jeez, can't get my lines right. Velvet Sky, I was missing this one. At least I think I am. Most of my collection is kind of toted up and moved away as I'm building this new toy room. Stay tuned for that video, like I said. But I don't believe I had this one. So I went on a gut feeling, said I don't have it. Picked up Velvet Sky. I'm still waiting to get that blue one. One of my buddies has that. His is locked away, and he's going to get it for me. So I'll have that in a future weekly purchase as well. And here's the other thing. Speaking of TNA figures, I was missing this AJ Styles. I didn't think I was missing it, but I went to look. Did not have him in my AJ collection. So my twin brother, AJ Styles, before the long hair, of course. I got this one this week. And then I ended up getting this one. They threw this one in I think were these the final count figures where they were kind of in action moves and stuff like that. Lita. I never bought these. I never liked these, but this was thrown in for free. So thank you. I'll take it. We'll find something for it. My daughters will play with it or something like that. But then I got two more female figures. Two very interesting figures when we're talking Jakks Ruthless Aggression lineup. And let's start with the first one. Coming soon to an unboxing, I have over 100 Ruthless Aggression figures to unbox on the channel. We'll get to them all one day. It just takes time. But Tori Wilson, this version of Tori Wilson, is one of the ones I still have to unbox. And you're probably saying, Kyle, why did you buy this if you still have it to unbox? Well, normally, so part of my rules with my Jakks Ruthless Aggression collection, I definitely don't have every accessories. I mean, I don't have the Tori Wilson that came with the lead pipe or the steel chair. I don't count that as part of being complete with the accessories, because a lot of these I did buy loose. You got to get a deal. Minty loose is fine with me with this Jakks Ruthless Aggression line. But Tori Wilson did have a variant. And I didn't really need this, but I saw it come up, and it does not come up very often. So I said, you know what? For $20, I'm going to pull the trigger just to say I have it. It's not the Tori Wilson. It's actually her accessory. The boxed one we're going to unbox, I believe, comes with the steel chair. This one came with her dog. So there's her dog. I forget the dog's name. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. But different enough, and this is not like a steel chair or a pipe. This is an actual animal, so I felt for some reason I needed this. The weirdest rules in my Jakks. You guys know how it is. Had to pick this up. I don't see this come up very often. So for $20, I basically bought this for $20. I'm sure I could sell Tori for $5. I get a little bit of my money back. Is what it is, though. So there it is. Got that. But then the big one that came up this week, and this is one of the hardest Ruthless Aggression figures to ever find. This is one of the grails for many people out there. This is her only Ruthless Aggression style figure, and it was only available at Rite Aid. I believe Rite Aid's only. Off the ropes line. Very hard to get. You guys probably remember 6 months ago, I did get one mint on card. I've never been able to open it because it's such a valuable figure. There's not a lot of Ruthless Aggression figures that go for over $100, but this is one of them. And I found a minty loose one online for $10. $10. And you got to get a deal. You got to always be looking. And for $10, I couldn't pass this up. We're talking off the ropes, Stacey Keibler, Jakks off the ropes, Ruthless Aggression line. So very happy to get one of these loose. Now I don't feel bad about my semi-mint one on card. I might even end up selling that one. I'm not in the game to have mint on card Ruthless Aggression figure. So I might sell that, get $100+ for that, and got a minty one for 10. So I'm all good on that. A very, very rare figure. But some Lucy ones. We haven't had as many Lucy. The old times on the channel when I was deep in getting those Ruthless Aggressions, we had piles of Lucy's every single week. But it's slowed down, but every once in a while. As I'm going to eventually complete the Deluxe Aggression sets and the TNA sets, I just need to put pen to paper in the checklist out there and get after it there. Oh, we got one more regular line thing. Now this popped up this week on Hasbro Pulse. This was from almost, September, October was that Hasbro Pulse Con. It's been a while for sure. But this is the Heroes of Endor Black Series. Star Wars Black Series set, Heroes of Endor. It's got, Luke and a speeder bike and Leia and my boy Poplu. You guys know I love Endor. Endor, beautiful this time of year as we talk about on the channel. We got a Tebow unboxing coming out this week. But I finally picked this one up. It's a little over $100. I passed on it originally. I said, well, Luke and Leia, those are coming out already. I don't need another speeder bike. But there's been no word on Pop Low coming back out. We're getting a 3 3/4 version of him, but I need the 6-inch. And this is the only way to get him right now. And I said, you know what? You can never have too many speeder bikes. I love a good speeder bike. So for getting him, getting the speeder bike, I got another Luke and Han and Leia. We'll figure out what to do with them. But I pulled the trigger and I grabbed this one. So very happy to have this. I call it a win. I'll call it a win. So now we're to the last thing. It was amazing this week. And I'm going to have to go off camera because this is so big, so heavy. It's going to take a while to get it up here on the table. I don't even know how I'd go about unboxing this at the table. But we will. All right, here we are. Let's finish up weekly purchases with a grail item to many out there. I found this week out in the wild. Hopefully you watched my figure hunting video. I always like to have a little bit of fun. Had a little skit at the very end of my figure hunting video, so check that out if you missed that. But this week, Super 7 Snake Mountain. I was a kid playing with my childhood Snake Mountain and Grayskull. Hold a special place in my heart. Never let go, of course. and I've been wanting Snake Mountain for a while. And I'll tell you the story here. Last weekend, I was talking to that old outlaw, Waylon Jennings. He's been quiet lately, but I talked to old outlaw Waylon Jennings. I was talking about the Super 7 Mattel Masters Universe Classics line. We've talked about it on the channel before. It's a huge collector's regret for me. Just wasn't in the cards, didn't have the money like a lot of us at the time to collect those figures. I'd love to go back and do it. I just don't know. I just don't know if I got it in me, but very tempting. But this Super 7 Snake Mountain that came out about a year ago, it was pre-to-order. It was like Back to Barge or the Sentinel. You had to back it. It took about a year to come out. Well, it finally came out. It does fit pretty good with the Origin figures. That's where, as of right now, that's my plan. But this is a beast. This is a giant playset. It dwarfs the old playset. And last Saturday, like I said, I was talking to that old outlaw, Waylon Jennings, how I really wanted it. And I went to the Brass Armadillo antique store here in town. I go there about twice a year because, honestly, for me, a lot of hot garbage there, a lot of overpriced garbage, as you saw in the video. But as I walked in, there was a lady that said they had a 50% off sale of everything in the store. And guess what? I looked down one of the aisles, I saw this there, and I said, wait, does that include everything over here? And she's like, yeah. So I walked over there, and there was Snake Mountain. So I ended up getting this Snake Mountain for around $800. I know it's a lot of money. It definitely is. But getting it half off, as it was very expensive there, more expensive than it should be. But for $800, that's cheaper than anywhere you're going to get this online at this point. And I said, I was just talking about it. What are the odds I go into an antique store and see this? I said, I got to pull the trigger. I have to do it. I have to get it. So here we are. We got Snake Mountain this week. Big boy purchase. I don't even know how I'd unbox this on the channel. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see, as it is so big. And I got to figure out a display spot for it as I continue to work on my displays. But I'd say this is a grail item to many, a quick turnaround grail item for me. Man, I would love to get those Masters of the Universe Classic figures. I just don't know if it's in the card. I'd like to buy a complete collection, just be done with it, but ooh, we're talking a lot of money out there, but we'll see. We'll see. You never know what might happen one of these days, but more to come, I'll say. So there it is, a huge week. Very fitting for my birthday week, I guess, and we'll see how it goes from here. But you guys know, make sure you follow me on social media, at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. And then, of course, subscribe to the channel, like this video, tell me what you picked up this week as well. We're getting dangerously close to 10,000 subscribers, so make sure you're subscribed if you have not. At the 10,000 mark, we're going to do a huge giveaway. We do a lot of giveaways on the channel, but 10,000 will be a huge one. We're going to do an Ultimate Warrior Top 10. We usually do the Kyle Peterson Top 5. Once we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to give you my top 10 Ultimate Warrior figures of all time. I'm also going to try to convince my dad to come on the channel. We'll see if we can do a Q&A or some stories or something. But we got to get to 10,000 first. So make sure you're subscribed if you're not. Retweet the video. Tell a friend. Tell your mom. I always say tell your grandma. They're the sleeper YouTube subscribers out there I found. So grandmas, they usually love me. Make sure you check them out. And then, as we talked about at the beginning of the show, I got a giveaway this week, so make sure you follow the rules. And you, too, can get the Jeff Hardy Elite 84 Chase figure, and I will send that out hopefully next week once we find a winner with that one. So stay tuned for that, and make sure you're subscribed to the social media, the channel, all that kind of fun stuff. But guess what? I'm going to a birthday dinner, so I'm strutting and strolling, rocking and rolling my way into the weekend. I will see you guys all real soon.